truly understand American history in the 20th century, one must acknowledge the family dynasties that were formed, the financial powerhouses of the day. The Standard Oil Company made a tremendous impact on society, and it seems that few Americans are aware of this today. In the historic masterpiece, Titan, The Life of John D. Rockefeller Sr., Ron Chernow gives us an unbiased view of the Rockefeller patriarch and the legend that he left behind. The Rockefeller name is very important in American culture. Chernow places the life experiences of a very important businessman, John Davison Rockefeller, into the pages of modern history. Rockefeller proves to be one of the most prominent figures of our age, yet today's generation knows so little about him. Titan is packed full of interesting facts that any serious-minded historian would find necessary to know, from the first barrels of oil produced to the amount of automobiles that were first manufactured to the effects on the whole economy. Chernow shines a light on all. Rockefeller's allies and enemies are critical to the narrative. And the book does tell a story about a young boy struggling in the 1800s, finding his way in life and dealing with the complicated ways of his colorful father. John D. Rockefeller comes from an humble background, and he grows into one of the most controversial figures in American history. Rockefeller was the founder of Standard Oil, one of the world's first and largest multinational corporations. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil as an Ohio partnership with his brother William, along with Henry Flagler, Jabez Bostwick, chemist Samuel Andrews, and a silent partner, Stephen Harkness. As kerosene and gasoline grew in importance, Rockefeller's wealth soared, and he became the world's richest man and the first American worth more than $1 billion. Adjusting for inflation, he is often regarded as the richest person in history. Rockefeller literally builds an empire using nothing but strength, iron will, perseverance, and sharp wits. He does, however, make shady deals with railroads and uses other questionable business practices, which later gets him into trouble. One of the most effective attacks on Rockefeller and his firm was a 1904 publication of The History of the Standard Oil Company, written by Ida Tarbell, a leading muckraker. The overwhelming negative publicity created by Tarbell deeply disturbed Rockefeller for the rest of his life. She depicted Rockefeller as a money-grabbing, monopolizing scoundrel, and he despised her for this. John D. Rockefeller Jr., the only son of the brood, left a legacy for himself with the construction of the famous Rockefeller Center, which included the largest private building project ever undertaken in modern times. It was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1987. The Rockefeller Center is a complex of 19 commercial buildings covering 22 acres between 48th and 51st Streets in New York City. It is located in the center of Midtown Manhattan, spanning the area between 5th and 6th Avenue. Titan is a very long read containing at least 679 pages. This extensive biography is an historical treasure. It was written in a very elegant and open style, and it actually makes history pleasant. Chernow is a brilliant writer, and his research on this subject is impeccable. In 1998, Chernow wrote Titan, The Life of John D. Rockefeller Sr., which was selected by Time magazine and the New York Times as one of the year's 10 best books. Rockefeller was a prominent figure in American business, known as an industrialist, philanthropist, and the founder of the Standard Oil Company. The book reflected Chernow's continued interest in financial history, especially when shaped by compelling and influential individuals. The book remained on the New York Times bestseller list for 16 weeks. Time magazine both named the book as one of the great American biographies.